Good morning, Texans. This is Alan Spade with This Day in Texas History for March 20th, 1836. It is a Saturday. The Battle of Colada Creek. The defenders had no oxen. They were all dead, no water, and no food. Bannon left the vote to the soldiers to abandon the wounded and run for it, or to stay with the wounded and share their fate, whatever it might be. The soldiers voted to stay. At daylight, they could see that Uriah now had cannons, 2 4-pounders, and a howitzer, plus more reinforcements. Uriah pounds the Texians with a brief show of the damage the cannons could do, and stopped. The Texians decided to surrender if granted honorable terms. Bannon asked for honorable terms. Uriah offers only surrender at discretion. Bannon tells his men that Uriah accepted their terms. Bannon lied to them. What choice did he do? They had either they surrender or they're going to die. Unfortunately, Mexican Colonel Juan Jose Hosinger was sent to get the Texians' guns and ordnance. Told the Texians, quote, "Well, gentlemen, in 10 days, liberty and home," indicating he believed the Texians would be spared. The only experienced fighting army in Texas is now prisoners of war. So that was the Texas Army at that time. What Sam Houston had was just people showing up, so he hadn't had time to whip those guys into an effective fighting force. The Texans are marched back to Gilead. The survivors of Ward and King's forces are also marched back to Gilead. Uriah prepares to attack Guadalupe Victoria. The Battle of Rocky Creek. At Rocky Creek, Henry Wax Carnes, Deaf Smith, Colonel Hardy, John Sharp, Washington Secrest, and David Murphy come across fresh tracks heading towards Beeson's Ferry. Deaf Smith identifies the tracks as being by 10 to 12 horses. The men prepare their weapons and get ready for a battle. They come across several Mexican soldiers, and a brief skirmish occurs with Secrest killing one. 2 other Mexican soldiers dismount in a thicket and take off. The Texians dismount and chase them. This should be called a skirmish. I'm calling it a battle because it's actually any action I consider a battle. So that's just me. Carnes, Smith, and Murphy capture a Mexican soldier. They bring him back to the camp while Carnes and Secrest gather their horses. They run across James D. Owens, Benjamin Cromwell Franklin, and Clark M. Harmon and tell them what happened. The Mexican prisoner is lifted behind Franklin and taken to Sam Houston by James D. Owens. The captured Mexican soldier reveals that General Genoa had taken a column to Bastrop and he was to go to Nacogdoches. General Ramirez y Sesma was heading directly for the Texans. One of the captured Mexican horses had clothing belonging to one of the Alamo defenders. Sam Houston and the Texas Army, they will stay camped at Beeson's Ferry on the Colorado River till the 26th. Ramirez y Sesma arrived and camped just north of the south bank of the river. The Texas Army wanted to fight, and Sidney Sherman offers to attack the Mexican troops with 400 men. Not wanting to give up his tactical advantage, Sam Houston refuses the request. One reason not to attack was the creek was flooded and it would slow any attack. Sam Houston continues to drill and practice marching with the soldiers and tries to build himself an army that can fight in the Napoleonic style. You gotta have men who are disciplined in battle tactics because they're gonna need to make some different moves when the bullets start flying, the cannonballs start coming at you. You need some discipline there. You can't have everyone just running around doing whatever they want. Captain Wiley Martin and his company joined the Texians at the camp. Martin is 60 years old and from Georgia. This has been Alan Spade with This Day in Texas History. I'll see you tomorrow, and be sure to subscribe if you have not.